Afro Lo-Fi is truly a vibe. Let me see. I think I do have my command still. Let me see. It might be on the wrong one. Let me see. What is it at right now? Yeah, it's on the wrong one. Credit to Lo-Fi YouTube. Boom. And then you go here. Copy that there. And they're just live. They're live 24/7. And they just play this playlist. It's just such a vibe. Let me see. Hopefully. Okay, there it is. Boom. Because I definitely like to give credit where credit's due. Afro Lo-Fi definitely comes through. So, shout out to them. Damn, Nightbite going ham. Nightbite said, I got something to say. Let's see. Make sure everything is good, which I think everything is. Everything is going swimmingly, you know? Swimmingly. Yeah, I don't know if y'all heard, but yeah. I heard about this back a while ago. Hello. But
back.
Yeah, welcome back. I heard that
I'm hurt.
like, huh?
I'm hurt.
Why?
My Cadoba ball is not right.
They fucked your shit up.
Well, apparently today was the buy an entree, you get a burrito free. So the line was out the door around the corner.
Ooh,
And I guess they was running out of stuff because this boy ain't got shit in it.
damn. Hey, hold ya. I sent you an invite too, baby.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's 104 degrees there.
Nope. Couldn't happen to me.
Jesus, it's that's Yuri.
Yep, couldn't happen to me.
Couldn't be you, huh?
Nope.
Oh yeah, I forgot I was pulling up stuff, some of the references. Let me see it. What? I gotta pull up this one for sure. That last one I sent you, definitely gotta pull that one up. Cause that shit is crazy.
Okay, can you talk?
Hello. How's it going? How you doing? Staying hydrated, I hope. Ooh, that was a nice crunch. Very nice
Did you enjoy
crunch.
it?
Yeah,
Thank you.
I enjoyed that a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, it's hot as fuck right now. We're not allowed to go to school on Monday. Why? Is it because it's too hot? Because, I mean, hell, I'm glad they're thinking about y'all like that. That's what's up. Okay, cool. So, just trying to. Got this post. Copy that out. Boom. Pull that hoe up. Pause that shit. Okay, that's one. I don't have too many though. Oh, you know, what's the lady's name? I think her name starts with a J. You showed me her and introduced me to her. It's like Jazz or Jag or
Jaguar?
maybe the lady. It's the black lady, right? How much is that not her? Okay, it is. Okay. She was saying some things about. And I guess this can be another. We can talk about that topic another time. But there's allegations that are being brought upon against Jay-Z right now as well.
Oh yeah, she said that Jay-Z is worse than Diddy.
Yeah, yeah. I watched that clip actually. So maybe next week, we can do Jay-Z as a topic. Talk about him a little bit. But yeah, because he's got some stuff. But yeah, let me pull up. See what else I had real quick. That's the type of shit that runs through my mind. Okay, let me see. Nope. What's this?
Yeah, because Diddy ratted him out and said that. Well, I guess I shouldn't say what he said. And save it for next week if we're gonna talk about it.
And I have something that Diddy has said about Jay-Z as well, so we can talk about that this week or like tonight. That could be definitely one of them. Like I said, I'm pulling up what I have.
You did the research this time. I did the reacting.
Oh, is that what happened? Wait, how you gonna ask me to do the topic and then like tell me last minute like all my evidence is what we're talking about? Not my evidence, but the information I found. Oh yeah, see, yeah.
I mean, I knew some stuff, but I didn't look anything up. I just remembered what I heard.
Okay.
Stuff up, so I'm like, okay, so you're gonna lead it.
Well, luckily, my scrolling through Twitter actually, it actually helps. It comes through.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I get, sometimes.
Other times I just catch like a wild, what's it called, tweet from you.
Yeah. And look how that tweet did. You see, I'm proving a point though.
So if you say outlandish things, people will look at your stuff.
Even then, people like barely did, but yes, at this point, yes, I'm like, okay, nobody's reacting to any of these posts, so it's like, what is going on here? Like, people not seeing it, or like, am I shadow banned? And I just don't know. I don't even know how to check that shit. I feel like I've checked it before and said I wasn't, but that was a while ago, so yeah. Let's see. That's another one. Pulled that one. Just kind of wish I would have watched this video before, but maybe we can watch it later as well. It's like a 7.5 minute video. We could probably watch like at least one like big video, maybe. See what, because yeah, I have this one that I found, so I'm gonna pause that. Because let me see when the last time we did when we first talked about it on it felt like it was in Jan. It was
It was right off after the whole casting, so I had to be like,
that was like the end of the year too, right? Like it wasn't 2024 yet, was it? Let me see. Hold on. It had
to be 2024 because.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Or it might have been right before 2024 because we did the last week in December, or last 2 weeks in December, we didn't have a podcast.
Okay, hold
on. Nicole has
Diddy
Devour.
update. Oh, look. Huh?
Nicole has Devour.
Oh, Devour. Ooh. Okay. So February 29th. Diddy update. Weinstein level. Is what I have for one of my titles. I highlighted that one.
Yeah. But that was not our first post. That was the
Right. You know, here, let me check my YouTube. My YouTube's got it because it's. Hopefully, that's not the one that I missed. That might have expired. Hopefully, not. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Bring bum bum, bring bum bum, bring bum bum bum.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Topic. Oh, when we talked about the Christmas cult. Is Christmas a cult? Damn, that was. The date was. Oh, okay, it was January 29th. Okay, wait. That was that the. That might have been like. Because I think we talked about Christmas stuff during that month. So it was. We talked. That's because that's when he first got. What is it? When Cassie first talked about him, you know, and put those charges against him. So yeah, it was last year. It definitely was. Oh yeah, let me get you on the stream. Okay. Yep.
Alright, well, let's get it popping.
Let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Yeah, let me get you up on the stream.
I feel like today's gonna be a live stream and sleep kind of day. I don't know. Just hit me out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point too, the time that it is too, yeah. Because we ran a little late. A little later than we have been.
Yeah, I was waiting on ya.
Yeah. I appreciate you. I tried to get here as fast as I could. Alright. Let me make sure. Okay. If you wanna talk about kind of just the stuff maybe that you had heard while I just verify all these. I pulled up everything.
Alright. So I'm gonna give you guys the debrief, the quick and dirty. Alright. So Diddy's
Yeah,
house got raided.
recap as well. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Diddy's house got raided. He on the move. Some more shit done came out about him. He's taking folks down with him. And throwing other people under the bus. There's videos that came out about other supposed stars that he has indoctrined and manipulated and groomed. There we go. That's the word, groomed. And yeah, big homie might be going to jail. He might be under the jailhouse. He was running from the law. I think he was born in. He boarded to go to another country.
Yeah. Cape. What's that one? Cape. Or Cape V? Is there like Verde or something like? I don't know. Hold on. Yeah. That's good. I think I pulled up all of my resources so far. Yeah. Other stuff I have is just Nickelodeon stuff.
Just a private flight tracking expert Jack. He posted the posted route from North California. Where is Sean Diddy Combs? Antigua?
Sounds about right. I don't know exactly, but yeah, that's another. Definitely, he flew out of the country for sure. You know, from his private jets.
Well, now they said like he never landed in Antigua.
Yeah, I think I can
Puff
pull up.
Daddy goes
Oh,
poof.
if Teddy goes poof. I
That's what I'm talking
think. Let me see. Hold on. Because the video I watched has. Okay. Okay, and I'll save this for later. Hopefully, I remember. If you remind me later to send you this funny thing that I seen that I want to show you in the stream. But yeah, I'll pull up this for now because I wanted to see.
But yeah, Diddy's home got raided and the man's on the run from the law.
Breaking news: the raid, how it all started. Let's see, the fourth lawsuit. I don't remember. I wish I would have. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, he flew out the country, and from his own private, I guess LLC airport of his jet or something, because they tracked it and everything. Let's see. There was one more source that I had in the video. Yeah. But look at my notes. One more thing. Not this one, but the other clip or the other video. Let's see this one. Oh, and look. Oh yeah, I'll talk about it on this part too when that happens. Let's see. Okay. All right. I think I have all of my shit up. Let me see, where am I going now? I'm going here. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he was on the run. His house got raided. Both of his locations, both of his houses in two different locations got raided. But there's also, speculation that they could have also been going there to get rid of evidence. And that's just one outsource that I've heard, but that's just one thing. But who was it that got arrested? His son. I think it was just, what is it, not Quincy, but the other one. He got arrested at the house. Yeah.
So he left his son there to get arrested.
Yeah, apparently, but that's what it seems like.
Oh, he ain't nothing.
I forgot to put. Where is it? Right here. It's here. Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay. Why is that so small? Okay. Yeah, so that happened. Yeah, he apparently fled the country in his private jets and was out of there. And let me pull up. He was then spotted for the first time since the sex trafficking raids, and this is a source that I seen on all of my sources I get from Twitter, but it's all kind of like the same things, Trying to show the stream too. I wish I had to get some kind of layout soon where it works for the whole thing for me, but yeah, so this was on March 29th. Diddy Sean Combs was spotted for the first time since sex trafficking raids on his mansions and flashes peace sign as Puffy leaves Miami home to head to a nearby golf club with his two beaming daughters. So, I mean, it definitely leads to question, like, okay, so I guess either they didn't find anything, or
Mm-hmm.
like I guess it's just, I mean, it's just ongoing and we haven't just gotten an update, you know, because it's like, I mean, if your house, you would think if like your house is getting raided, you're probably coming after the person who like owns that house, right?
Or
Or
whoever's documented to be living there at the time.
right. So I mean, I guess if he doesn't have any paperwork that says that that's his house, I mean, I guess, I mean, that would be different, a different story. But that was pretty interesting as far as you know, just seeing a picture of him like nothing has changed, like everything's cool, you know, peace, like okay. And then this was just the clip that I had seen. I sent it to Danny. It's a 10-second clip, and I was like, yikes. And that one's just, I'll maybe just link that one. Y'all can look at that one. That one's a little, that was a little, that one is a little much, I feel.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really show much besides like I feel like that he was grooming people.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right.
There's nothing like too explicit, you know.
Yeah, and then oh yeah, and you said the comments, right? Because you said the comments
Yeah, the
was
comments
crazy.
were crazy
Yeah,
to me. That's like whoa,
yeah.
but
I mean, because I mean, it makes you think though, like damn, like for real. Because I think they said that they probably like snorted some coke or something, and they were high. Because I mean, okay, here, let me just show it. I
I
wish the
think what it was for me is that I saw somebody post like a really crazy meme. And I was like, that is actually wild.
you what?
Saw somebody posted a really crazy meme, and I was like, wow, that's actually wild. Oh no, you did not just post that on the interwebs.
Right. Okay, hold on. Let me. Okay. Yeah. I have too many things. I need to put this. I need to put this over
Okay,
here.
well, while that's happening,
Oh, I was about to put it. I was about to play it, but go
okay,
ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
it's fine. It was just a long time happening, so I was like, oh, might as well just fill the space.
Okay. Like I said, this is just like 10 seconds, but yeah, this was a video I seen, I think, literally yesterday.
The industry party.
Why is it freezing? It's so loud. Oh my god. I'm sorry, eardrums of people. Holy shit. It's kind of hard to see who it is, but I mean, if you can, I mean, if you can focus. I know these are like football players because I think I forgot what football player this is, but
So
yeah.
for people who aren't on Dom stream, basically essentially play this video where it's like a celebrity party and there's a whole bunch of men there, and you see Justin Bieber enter the frame, and it looks like, I mean, pretty obvious to me that he kissed someone. I don't know who exactly it is.
Here, I sent
That
the
person.
link. I sent the link in your chat too, so at least they can see the resource where it's coming from. And they can watch it.
But
But I wouldn't say that it looks like. Did you wait? Did you say kissing or something else?
to me it looks like they they're smooch 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 smooch.
Wait,
They're smooch 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 smooch. You know what I'm saying?
what is that? Smooch, smooch.
Well, that's Diddy. That's Diddy. I see the Diddy enters the thing, and then what else? What is he doing? What else is he doing?
What do you think he's doing? Do you know? Okay, okay. Look, let's break it down. Okay, look. All right. So I'm gonna break the video down.
Okay.
Okay. So in
I'm
fact,
listening.
okay, here we go.
ADHD party.
So right off the bat, I'm pretty sure Trey Songz is there. I'm pretty sure that's Trey Songz to the left, in the blue shirts
That's
with
Diddy,
the.
I thought.
Oh, you know it might. Oh yeah, actually yeah. See, okay, this is OBJ. The video quality on PC is so much worse than on the phone. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, this is OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. Is he's a football player.
Yeah, I know. My friend used to
And
be obsessed with him.
look what he's doing. It looks like he's trying to pull up his pants or cover his pants, and Justin is coming from below. Yeah, yeah. So.
Play it again.
Oh, play it again. Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
The industry party.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
because I honestly, I thought I focused less on that and more on the like. It looked like he kissed somebody afterwards.
Nah, nah. That wasn't no kiss, or that wasn't a regular kind of kiss.
I don't know. I guess it doesn't.
Are you for real right now? Are you like questioning if this is like an actual thing?
I'm.
She's. Oh my god. She's actually questioning it, y'all. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I see. I see.
You see? You see?
It didn't look so. The first time I watched it, it didn't look like. It just looked like to me that someone was taking a video at an angle. You know, like when people want to do the
Yeah.
it didn't look.
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't look like he was that low.
And I'm, you know what? I'm laughing, but the shit is, it's not funny because like the situation that he was in is actually really fucked up. So like honestly, like with because and in the comments they were saying he probably like they probably snorted, you know, cocaine. They probably really did, and because that's how Diddy was allegedly getting, you know, people with the sex trafficking, with the doing the R word, you know, all of that. So it, you know, that's how he got them to do this stuff, and he got a lot of it on camera.
So do you guys think he's actually gonna get convicted?
Honestly, I feel like there's just so much. If they come with the overwhelming evidence, which the producer who is suing him, I forgot his name. It's the big producer though. He's a big producer. And he's suing along with a bunch of other people as well. But God, I just got my train derailed.
A bunch of big people are suing him.
He's suing him because he has, okay, that's where I was going with it. Okay, he has video proof. Like Diddy asked this dude to record a lot of the stuff. So this dude he says like thousands of hours of evidence, of video proof. And like, and you know, one of the people that sued him is, or you know, charging him was 17 when the stuff happened to him. You know, she flew him out, did the things with the drugs.
She or
yes. No, there was a 17-year-old girl, because there's pictures as well. There's pictures
of.
I'm
just asking because the pronouns were switching, so I was getting confused.
Yeah, either she or they for sure. But it was definitely someone that looked like a female, and they were pictured sitting on Diddy's lap when she was 17, is what they said. That's one of the people that is suing him, and I have to find out. I wonder if that one is. Let me see. 17-year-old. I'm gonna see if that one's still ongoing. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me see. The last time. Oh, this is from last year, though. I think it's still ongoing. Maybe it's probably still ongoing.
I mean, cases usually take a while.
Yeah. So that
unless she decides to settle out of court, but with everything.
Right. Yeah.
Decide to settle.
Yep. You have to get a lot of people to settle. I think that's the thing.
Yep.
Yep.
He gonna be broke.
Yeah. So along with the dude, like I said, the producer that's suing him, he's got all that video evidence of, what's been going on all those years ago. So I think he even asked the dude Diddy asked the producer that's suing, to get sex workers, which I think that was illegal in Miami, is what they said as well. So that's let's see, and then what is this one? Diddy has okay. Now we could probably come up to how the connections, at least to Jay-Z, have come about, because that was something that was talked about on March 29th. Was the day of this post.
I don't know when it happened, but I know that because Diddy is things are coming out about Diddy and all that kind of stuff. He's ready to bring people down with him. He says
Yeah.
And so some speculation, something that happened is Diddy came out and said that Jay-Z had his sex partner, mistress, I don't really remember what he called her, killed because Jay-Z was also sleeping with her, and she was pregnant around the same time that Beyonce was pregnant. And people speculate like this is why Solange went off on him in the elevator and busted him upside his head, because she found out that he was cheating on her sister.
Yep. It's like, wow, looking back at all of that, and they try to make Solange look crazy. How do you say her name? Is it Solange or is it Solange?
No, Solange.
Okay, bad. I'm trying to see the date. Yeah, go ahead and carry on.
So essentially people are kind of like, that's crazy, but now they're trying to figure out if they feel like Beyonce knew about this. And people are kind of pointing to her music and certain songs that she had around the time to allude to the fact that she knew about it. And so now they're kind of like, that makes her complacent in somebody else's murder. So it's crazy. The fingers are starting to point at everybody down there. Over there.
Yeah, it seems like that either the 25th or the 27th is what I'm seeing of March is when his house was raided. Man, I wish it would just tell me the date, but the article I looked at was on the 25th. It was published, but the 27th it was updating. It was updated, so. Miami Beach. Yeah, so it was one of those days. Yeah, he's definitely looking for a fallback person. So now Jay-Z seems to be his target, because just this kind of article I did kind of read, which I posted. It's on the stream. Diddy updates. This one was on March 29th. Diddy has allegedly threatened to expose Jay-Z and Beyonce for the roles they played in some shady stuff, and many have speculated it has something to do with Kathy White's demise. Fitness and beauty expert Kathy Coriano White, popularly known for her fling with Jay-Z, was found dead in her Manhattan apartment on September 2nd, 2001. The rumors were sparked after she and model Claudia Jordan were spotted at Las Vegas Town nightclub, sitting at a table with Jay-Z and Puffy on September 1st. As the plot thickens, I see 3 ways all this can play out. 1, Diddy deals with this with the power he holds and walks free. 2, Diddy goes down and takes others down with him. 3, they Epstein him. Diddy. Yeah. Crazy, honestly. I don't know what this is. I'll look at this next time, and that'll be an update for another time. I'll look at these other little videos in here. Yeah, so like I said, so yeah, now he's looking for a fallback or like you said, you know, he's looking for a fallback person to now take him down with him, or, you know, put more blame on to work out a deal, maybe some kind of plea deal. Who knows? And again, it's just steadily ongoing. It's just more and more ongoing. Let me see. Let's see. This is another report. Oh, I'm definitely not reading this whole thing. That's a lot. But let's see. See, and there's a Cat Williams thing too. See, I look at the Cat Williams stuff too. Then,
What about Cat Williams?
well, Cat Williams, he's been saying some stuff. He said Cat Williams reveals that he had to turn down $50 million 4 times. If P. Diddy be wanting a party, you gotta tell him no. This is what he said. I think that was on that this former football player's podcast. I don't remember his name. Shannon.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. He be interviewing people. Off topic, I saw him recently interview Glorilla. I was like, oh, so he just be interviewing all kinds of people. That's what's up.
He's also interviewed Kirk Franklin.
Oh, that's sick.
I think he's interviewed a lot of people. Oh,
Yeah. Did she say it's puppy cam? Oh, puppy's on the cam.
No, what is that?
What happened?
My sister said my dog was some stuff in her bed, and I'm like, what is it? Hold on. Continue talking.
Why are you yelling? She's yelling at me. I heard. She's yelling at. Well, she wants me to keep talking, but I'm gonna talk about a new topic, and I'm gonna have to repeat it if she doesn't hear it. So, but you know, I guess this would be a moment for anybody out there listening. You know, what are your guys' thoughts? Any questions, any opinions that you guys might have, or do you know anything about what's going on? Is this your first time hearing about it? Because, yeah, it may not seem important, but it's kind of like it is important, especially to the victims that were affected by this. So, you know, it definitely is definitely something that is very big, because nobody came out with their stories until Cassie came out with hers, you know. And it was like that mindset of like, well, she's not saying, and what I actually heard this from the guy that I watch on YouTube, I Am Joe Stone, which is another dude I get some good resources from. But he said that because of her saying it and coming out with her story, it's like before people were like, well, she not saying nothing, you know, then I guess everything's okay. But then she came out with her story, and then she settled, but it started the movement for everybody else their stories to start coming out.
Well, I think like in a different aspect, I don't think it's like that. I think it's more like people are scared of him because hey, stop. Hold on, this girl about to sleep on the floor.
Uh-oh. Sleep on the floor. She about to sleep on the floor. Okay, I think I got the... Let me make sure while she's doing that I have the clip to where I'm gonna talk about it at. Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool.
She broke her bed. Now she doesn't have a bed. Anyway.
Oh,
So,
Lord.
I think more than that is people feel like he's a people who know him or know of him are like he's a powerful person and he gets his way. If not, he makes your life a living hell and nightmare. And so having someone who is brave enough to come out and actually speak out against him, I think gave people a sense of camaraderie and also of like, if she can do it, I can do it, and he can't get all of us.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave them hope, gave them strength, and it gave them courage. That's more of like how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And that's kind of what I was kind of, speaking on about as well, as far as the effect that it's had for other people to come out and want to tell their story, of it happening to them as well. So definitely showing Cassie that she wasn't alone in this, okay, now I can read what I was going to read, because I was like, well, I'm not going to talk about it until you get back, because it's like, then you're going to ask like, oh, what happened, all right, so this one, here, pull this up, boom. All right, it's pulled up on the stream at least, and I'm linking all of them, all the links in Danny's chat, so you guys can see the resources for yourself if you would like to as well. This one says, this one was on March 28th this year. Breaking CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange, the most powerful man in music, was named as an accomplice in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking lawsuit for alleged claims, aiding, abetting, and inducing Puffy to run a sex trafficking ring. The lawsuit states... Yeah, I'm pretty sure if it failed to timely file required text, mission. Yeah. But so what is this? A guy from UMG? He's a CEO. He's a CEO of UMG. So he's getting called out, and I'm pretty sure he's the one that's getting called out on the from the producer. I think that's where that's coming from. That charge. That. What'd you say?
I said, "Hey, Ghost."
Oh, what up, Ghost? So yeah, that's. Let's see. That's to not forget to.
I have a good am I the asshole story too.
Oh, nice. We can end that. Okay, cool. So we can end with that. Okay, so this is actually the next little bit that I have here is actually a video. And what I'll do, Danny, is I'll stream this on Discord so you can see it. And you can show the stream. Okay. Yeah, this one is a video from the guy, like I told you, I am Joe Stone as well. Here, let me pull up to this. You're good. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so this one is talking about someone who actually was an intern to Diddy at a point. And this was from someone who else is who I guess I think it was his dad is also like a celebrity. So I am not too familiar with this person, but I think his face kind of looks familiar. I've seen it very briefly, but so you'll see here in a minute who it is.
Secret. And then you got people like this who's also coming out. So this is a big TV personality. And as we've been seeing, once one person comes out, multiple people come out.
Oh God.
And we have singers and
Diddy,
choreographers and everybody who is now coming out with these stories. And this guy, who is a TV personality, very famous, I'm sure you know his face, he's talking about how he hooked his family member up with a internship with Diddy. And then Diddy tried to sleep with him. This is the story.
I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern.
Yeah.
And I have never talked about this publicly. And he said, yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, oh, like this is how it goes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. I would.
You know what? Everybody can't. These are people from all.
So that was another person who kind of just proves the point of like, wow, if he's using that power against, him, well, how many other people has he probably done that to and subjected people to those, those situations where they're just uncomfortable. They're in those uncomfortable situations now because they've subjected themselves to this because they thought that they were going in and this was like a good thing. Wasn't any kind of devious behavior or any negativeness behind it like that, but it makes you think, just about all the other victims.
And we're seeing a whole bunch of people come forward, so I don't think it makes me wonder how many people. I think a whole bunch of fucking people, more people than are probably ever going to come forward. But I think it's interesting how everybody has felt empowered enough to come out now. I think that part is cool. People are finally speaking their truth, but I think it's gonna be a long ride. He's gonna try and slip his way out of it as easily as he can.
Yeah.
He's gonna try to be a slippery snake.
Slippery little snake, yep. Slither
We'll see if it works though. It might not work.
Yeah.
But in this country, power is everything. So.
Yep, it definitely is about who you know and a lot of things, but
money
so
and power is just all that matters here. So.
Yep. Facts.
I mean, we see that in our political climate, so why would we be surprised a bit?
Look at our economy, look at our climate change that's going on, There's a whole eclipse that's about to happen in 4 days, and they're talking about launching some shit in the air and doing shit. So, did you know about that? Because that's happening on the solar eclipse day or whatever, on the 8th. It's supposed to be like a eclipse or whatever.
I know there's supposed to be an eclipse, and I know that there was planes and plane services that were thinking about having flights during the time so people could be closer to look at it, the eclipse. But looking at the eclipse for too long, this woman looked at the eclipse for 6 seconds without the proper eyewear on, and then she put like a knockoff, version of sunglasses, or the glasses you're supposed to look to use to look at it. And now she literally has I forgot what it's called, but it's when your eyesight is black in the middle. So you can see like your peripherals, but in the center you can't see in the center.
That's wow. I've never.
Just imagine if you were on your phone and you cracked your phone and you just saw a black spot in the middle all the time.
That's horrible.
That stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yep. I didn't even know that was a thing.
There's different types of blindness. There's that. There's cataracts, and cataracts is more like a film, so everything gets like a gray, opaque kind of feel to it. And as it increasingly gets worse, it increasingly gets like more opaque, so more white. There's ones where there's like floaters, so you have different spots of your vision that is like damaged, so you can't see certain spots when you're looking at things. Yeah. And then there's ones where you can literally only see, so instead of like it being black in the middle, all you see is the middle, so you have no peripheral vision. You can only see what's like in front of you. So
yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really interesting to find out.
Yeah, there's different types of blindness, and when people say they're blind, most of the time they have a certain type of blindness.
Yeah, I was about to say, so I have a resident who is who says she's blind, so I guess it makes sense now.
Yeah, she's blind because legally she's blind, but she probably might be able to see something. Like she might be able to see like shapes or like colors, or that kind of thing. Because it's rare for someone to be completely blind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The more you know.
Honestly, the more you know, because I actually didn't know that. Thank you. See, every time you come to the stream, I'm telling you, y'all always find out something new. Come to the podcast, you find something new out that you never knew. I didn't know that, so that's pretty cool information to find out.
Yeah, 15% of the human population fall into the totally blind category.
Wow. So it's actually rare. It's kind of more rare to be like fully blind. That's kind of crazy. Okay.
The prevalence of people that have distance visual impairment is 3.44%, of whom 0.49% are blind, and 2.95 have MSVI. I don't know what MSVI is. So basically, like from what it's saying here, only 15% of people who classify as blind are totally blind, and out of the human, and out of like I'm guessing the population, there's 3.44 that are visually impaired, and 0.49 of them are like completely blind.
Okay. That's honestly, that's pretty cool to know.
Yeah. Only 10 to 15% of people who are blind see nothing at all. So normally when people say they're blind, they have some sort of vision, but it's not enough to, you know what I mean? Like it's not enough. It's like if you were underwater, right? You can kind of see what's in front of you. Like you see shapes, you see shadows, colors, or whatever. But if somebody was like, read this line, right? You might not be able to read it if you were just like underwater with your eyes and you didn't have any goggles on or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, just some info for you guys. Most people are not completely blind.
You heard it here first, folks. I think the only other thing I have is the 7.5 minute video, where this video came out on March 29th, so around the same time. It's titled This exposes the entire rap industry. So, if you we can watch this and then, we can do like thoughts about it, recap.
Okay, let's see. Hold on. I want
Yeah,
to
unless
see.
you have anything. Yeah, I was about to say unless you have anything else.
Nope, I don't have anything else besides this. I found it. What it's called? It's called um, macular degeneration. So that's when it's a black spot in the middle, and you can see
Wow.
it around. Like
Damn. That's horrible.
Then there's
That would
this one.
suck so bad, but I get it. It's
This is a
some
different
people.
type, so you see color, you kind of see outlines, but everything is kind of like blurred together.
Oh wow.
There's this one, which is the other one I was talking about, where you can only see in the middle, and your peripheral you can't
Oh
see at all.
wow. That's, oh my gosh. That's the worst.
And this is the
Besides
one
being
where, okay, so
totally.
this is diabetic retinopathy. So this is what I was talking about, where you only see
Oh
only
my
parts of your vision is messed up.
gosh.
So this can happen if your diabetes gets too out of control.
Wow.
So if you have diabetes, don't. This is like a side note. If you have diabetes, don't be ashamed. Get treated, because diabetes can lead to like such bigger problems than just like feeling like, oh, I'm diabetic, I have to take insulin, or I'm diabetic and I have to take medicine for like my diabetes. Like this shit can happen. You can get limbs amputated. It's like serious.
Ugh.
And then this is like another one where I told you it's kind of like a film over everything. So you can like see, but nothing's like clear.
Right.
This is what cataracts is talking, like I was talking about with cataracts, which is kind of hard to see because cataracts is white, and so it's like blinding on the
Yeah.
camera.
It's kind of
But
like
then
on my front. It kind of looks like what my front camera looks like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much like the best way that I can explain it. So I was trying to explain it in a better way, but I'm not a medical professional. I just like know random facts. So trying to explain to y'all the different types of blindness was very hard because I couldn't remember any of the names. Yeah. So.
Okay. Hold on. So yeah, I'm gonna pull up the video and
Are you watching the 7-minute video?
Yeah, and I'm gonna also whatchamacallit, stream it on here so you can see it, show it as well.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
I mean, maybe we don't have to watch the whole thing, but let's just see what it's talking about. See if it leads to anything else we haven't already heard. Let's just give it that chance.
All right.
All right.
I'm listening.
All right. Cool. You got it. I believe in you.
Do I really? I don't know. Okay, play.
Okay, give me one. Okay, sorry, I'm just moving things.
We just got the Jeffrey Epstein of the music and entertainment industry. The new lawsuit that just dropped against Diddy is massive, and it has photos, it has videos, it names names, and there's so much here that it's never going to fit into a single video. So I'm going to do a quick overview in this video, and then I'm going to do a couple of parts breaking down all the different aspects of what's come out so far. We're talking crime scenes, we're talking photo evidence of celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, that one too. That's one of the pictures that the producer who's suing him, because this is what.
Which one? The first one?
Yes. So yeah, the same producer that's suing him. This is the stuff that he's suing him about. So that picture was with Cuba Gooding Jr.
We're talking crime scenes. We're talking photo evidence of celebrities like Cuba Gooding Jr. We're talking record label executives. We're talking hidden cameras in every room of the house.
Oh, that's another thing. Yep.
Getting recordings of celebrities.
Hidden cameras in every room of his mansion. So this dude literally and see, that's another reason why people are like, did the FBI go in there to like, did they get stuff, or did they like destroy evidence?
Why would the FBI destroy evidence?
I don't know. Look, that's just another. It's a conspiracy theory. It's just a saying. Yeah. Anyways.
Executives, politicians, at parties with celebrities and underage girls, with drinks being spiked, with drugs. This goes all the way back to the murder of Tupac and Biggie. We're talking about the entire rap and hip hop industry and the whole music industry at large. But to be clear, this is just opinions and speculation. These are not statements of fact. When I show sources in the background, like the court case, you should take those for just what they are. I'm not saying that all of this is necessarily real. So what's happened just now is that this man, Rodney Jones, who is a music producer that worked with Sean Combs, who is Diddy, he just filed this lawsuit. And he didn't just file it against Diddy, he filed against the executives at all of the companies associated and against the companies like Universal Music Group. His lawyers claim that he has secured hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Diddy and his staff and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity. It's illegal for lawyers to make these claims if they don't have reasonable belief that this evidence is legitimate and exists. They could get disbarred for making these claims if they're not true. And some of that evidence is present in this lawsuit, like when Diddy allegedly shot a man. And then the LAPD saw that room in the photo, the bathroom with all that blood, and were on the scene for hours and no arrests were made. They went with the explanation that Diddy told his staff to give, which was it was a drive-by shooting. Diddy made it clear that his head of security, Fahim Muhammad, had the power to make people and problems disappear. This guy. And all of Diddy's staff were instructed to contact Mr. Muhammad if they were ever pulled over by the police in Miami or California. Diddy often bragged about having law enforcement under control. Although the deeper you look, the more it looks like people above him and above law enforcement had him under control. We'll go more into these cases in the detailed videos, but now the bigger picture. See, Diddy has been one of the most powerful people in the rap industry ever since the 90s when he founded Bad Boy Records. And he was only 24 when he founded it. He started his career as a non-paid intern at A&R until he was then fired in 1993 when he was 24 and founded his own label, Bad Boy Records, later that year. So how does a 24-year-old found a massive record label on his own? Well, when you dig further, you realize it wasn't on his own. It was with the help of Clive Davis, his mentor. And the further into it all you dig, you realize that Clive Davis came out as gay later on, and there's a lot of rumors that him and Diddy were in a relationship throughout this time. This is going to come up over and over and over, just by chance. Clive Davis has been running significant portions of the music industry since our parents were kids listening to music. Responsible for artists like Aretha Franklin, Alicia Keys, The Grateful Dead, then later Usher, Outkast, Pink. But back in the 60s and 70s, like Janis Joplin, Santana, Aerosmith, Pink Floyd, like, come on, read it. Jones specifically claims that they were trying to groom him to do gay stuff, which has long been the talk of the town in the rap industry by people that aren't with it. Diddy allegedly showed him a tape from a secret recording that he just happened to have of Jones's idol having gay sex with some white guy. And then Diddy apparently told Jones that he had engaged in gay sex with this redacted rapper and that redacted rapper and his idol, Stevie J. And apparently he also promised to make sure that Jones would win Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he did gay stuff on camera. Although, to be clear, he wasn't explicitly saying on camera, but Mr. Jones discovered that Diddy had hidden cameras in every room of his home. I'm gonna guess that Diddy didn't learn how to wire a whole house with cameras on his own. Kanye has accused Diddy of being a Fed many times. Diddy's also been accused of ordering the hit on Tupac many times. And when Diddy was asked about this on a podcast, this was his response.
We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there with all due respect, but I appreciate you as a journalist asking.
When you start digging into allegations of the CIA, the FBI, the Mossad having tentacles in the music industry, you wind up at total rumors like this. Former CIA agent admits agency created gangster rap to fill private prisons by glamorizing criminality. Claims like famous hip-hop lyrics of the legendary hip-hop outfit NWA were even scripted by a team of psychologists and war propagandists inside the CIA, according to this former agent. Obviously, these are just totally rumors and conspiracy theories, no truth to this whatsoever. But it leads you to people like Leor Cohen, who might be the most influential person in the last 100 years of music, because he ran Def Jam and made Jay-Z who he is, including Redman, Method Man, DMX, Ja Rule, Ludacris. But it doesn't stop with rap music. We got Bon Jovi, Mariah Carey, Shania Twain, Elvis Costello, Ashanti, Nickelback, Slipknot, Sum 41, The Killers, Slayer. But then we've also got his protege, Julie Greenwald, that got elevated through this merger that he brokered and managed the Black Keys, Bruno Mars, Death Cab for Cutie, Jason Mraz, Kid Rock, Lupe Fiasco, Wiz Khalifa. That would be this Julie Greenwald. And then we've got Lucian Grange, the CEO of Universal Music Group. He's the one that is directly implicated and named in this lawsuit. It is alleged that he attended these parties with underage girls and with sex workers, and he knew that they were spiking drinks, et cetera, et cetera. But when you're talking about Diddy, you got to also talk about Justin Bieber, who was managed by Scooter Braun, along with Kanye West, Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato, et cetera. Scooter Braun is a really big player in the modern music industry. We also got Psy, Carly Rae Morris, Martin Garrix, Kanye West, Black Eyed Peas, David Guetta, Lil Dicky. So you might not remember, but back in the 90s, Tupac and Biggie were both coming up. And they were both talking about leaving their records that we've shown the people involved in those records already and starting their own. And Tupac was starting to speak out a little bit maybe about the nature of the industry. Diddy was close in the middle of that, and there's a lot of rumors that he ordered the hit on Tupac. Diddy sort of rose to power on the power vacuum of Tupac and Biggie both leaving the scene. And he has been manipulating and running a huge portion of the industry from the inside ever since. And this court case directly alleges with lots of evidence that he has been running a sexual blackmail scheme that entire time, promoting artists that would engage in the sexual blackmail scheme and then do their bidding there, because there's not just him acting alone, and pushing out, ostracizing, blacklisting, attacking artists that wouldn't. So maybe you should go back and listen to some of Kanye's interviews and see if he sounds quite so crazy after all.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, the video is actually very informative. Like, holy shit. That, wow. So many people involved. Like, and it was a lot of people that we grew up listening to. And when you really look back at it, it really all makes sense. Like a lot of it does make sense, you know?
Well, it's kind of just. I think I need to have to watch his other things, because he alluded to, this person was a manager of this person who was also part of this thing, but he also manages.
He just got the Jeffrey Epstein of the music and entertainment industry.
And I'm like, okay, but does he have anything to do with this, with the sexual allegations that have happened to that person with Diddy? Because if so, then it's like, okay, we look into them and look into all the other, actors and singers and famous people that they support. But that's why I'm like, I kind of, that part, I was kind of like, so what does that mean? What does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like what it sounds like is, these people, especially the big thing that I got out of that was the guy saying the UMG CEO knew that the drinks were being spiked. Alcohol was being spiked, drugs were being served to these underage people. So that's one of the big things that I got, definitely got out of that.
Well, yeah, that definitely, that has a part, but he's also talking about people's managers and talking about all the other people that they manage. So that's why I'm like, so are they in on it?
Right, like are the other artists as well involved, is what you're asking too?
Well, I'm asking, what is the purpose of mentioning the other artists if that manager or whatever is not involved implicitly in sexual stuff.
Yeah. Because I know he said something about what Kanye West was managed by Scooter Braun. I think that's how it came in. I think that's how it came in. That's.
And then he manages all these people, and there was another manager that he's like, and he managed all these people, or he founded all these people, and I'm like,
because apparently, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go finish what you were saying. I'll come back.
Well, I'm just like, but okay, I thank you for letting me know who he manages, but I kind of feels like I want to like stay on the topic. So
Yeah.
if he isn't in, like if he's in on it, he could have been like, you know, and he knew about this and he was in complacent. So think about all the other instances that he could have with all the other stars that he was managing. But instead it was more like, oh, and he manages all the other stars. So it felt like where's the connection there?
I think from what I got out of this, I'll break it down for you. So how I understood it. So from what it sounded like he was saying is, you know, from everything that they didn't want these artists to do, they controlled them in some kind of way. Like with Kanye, they drugged him, I think is what they're saying. Like his managers drugged him, made him look crazy, which is why we had all of these instances, I guess, in the past with Kanye.
What did they drug him? I didn't.
That, like I said, that I'll have to do some more research on. That'll be a whole nother instance, but that's just as far as what the stuff that's
heard.
Yeah, what the stuff that happened with Kanye when he was like doing all this stuff, freaking out, and all of the stuff that was making him look really crazy is what I'm saying. That's like, because he was the manager. Scooter Braun was the manager, and that he was drugging him and manipulating him so that he couldn't maybe make these moves that like Tupac and Biggie were trying to do. So that's kind of why he was originating from that whole thing. What happened with the murders?
I'll have to watch that back.
Yeah, you missed a lot of that, didn't you? Did you zone out? Did you like zone out?
I was listening to it and I did not hear him say that at all. So I need to like.
Oh my, yeah, okay, you did. It's in your. I linked it in your chat. Okay.
I'm like, because I did not hear him say that.
Yeah, he literally said he was talking about because Tupac. He said because Tupac and Biggie were talking about leaving their record labels and starting their own. So. Yeah, so, but then I guess, you know, the stuff happened where Tupac was about to get murdered, and I guess he didn't know who was after him, and so that shit happened, and he made the diss track, and then he got murdered along the way, you know, and then of course the Biggie got murdered. But that's all the stuff that he talked about in the video, babe. It's fine. Like I said,
like we watched 2 different videos.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have to watch that back. It was, I could tell you what it was. Hold on, probably it was.
Reviewing this entire round,
see.
is legit about having.
I think it was like 4 minutes
in.
in.
Wasn't explicitly saying on camera.
We don't talk about things that go there.
4.5 minutes.
Rumors like this: former CIA agent admits agency, however, I carry that would do that they
I don't
were
know, just somewhere in there. Like I said, you need to go back and watch it because he definitely talked about that. Like I feel like I'm over here like because I really had to explain the whole. That's funny. Yeah, so that's why he named Scooter Braun, because he was the manager for Kanye, who also managed all these other ones, which Usher was also one of them. And I heard Justin Bieber was managed by somebody, or it's probably in the UMG thing, but that's why he kept saying those people and the artists that they were connected to, because a lot of these artists also have been involved in some of Diddy's stuff, like Usher, Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande wasn't with them, but you know, she was Nickelodeon, which also had some allegations against them, you know. So it all connected in some way with sex trafficking, you know, R-wording, you know, that kind of stuff. Are you looking for the point in the video right now? Damn, you know, do you just want to watch it again? Okay,
that's like an aside. That's like not. He's like, you're making me feel like I'm crazy. Like he mentioned Scooter, or whatever, Scooter, whatever his name is, and says that he was an agent for Kanye and all these other people, but then he digresses and changes the subject to Biggie and Tupac.
Because then he said at the end, you go back and listen to some of those things that Kanye was saying because it might not sound so crazy after all. So just something to go back and listen to. What?
Yeah, but that doesn't say that but he doesn't say that they drugged him though. That's why I'm asking, where did that come from?
Kanye has said that.
Which is why I'm going off of what is given in that video. So you're saying stuff that wasn't said in the video, and I'm like, where did you hear that?
I thought you would connect because he said, "It's fine, babe. You just watch the video again. I'll play it in your own time." I get what you're saying. I get it. I get you. I understand.
Okay, because like you're like making me feel like I'm crazy. And I'm like, I did not hear him say that. And then you're like, he said that, and I'm like, where? I watched. I don't know where this is in the video. Where is that in the video? An explanation that's what Kanye West has said before would have been very helpful there.
I didn't know you didn't know that Kanye has said something about that.
I don't pay attention to Kanye.
Babe, this was like years ago that he said this.
I never paid attention to Kanye like that. He's just not an artist that I really listen. Like,
I get you.
really paid attention to outside of his like some of the songs that he would produce. In fact, as you know, as a person, I don't really get into like famous people's stuff because I just don't care enough. Like, this is the first time that I've really started like listening to what's happening. I'm not a big like those people that's like always in like celebrity drama. They're like, oh my god, did you hear this and this happens? That's never been me. I have never cared enough. So like some people are like, well, you never knew that this person said this or this. I'm like, no, I didn't. No. I never cared enough to know. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that I do hear or I know about, you know, famous people or whatever, comes from my sister. And now Dom, because Dom is very into that stuff.
Yeah, and a quick little side note update. You remember I told you about that emote that Fortnite put in, right?
Yeah.
Apparently they've removed it, but if you still own it, you know, you have it.
I mean, they can't really take it away if you paid for it unless they give you like bucks or something.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a refund, I think. I don't know what the policy is with the refunds really, but yeah. But yeah, that's a whole nother that's a whole nother thing. And that might just be like a little side story kind of update on that subject.
Yeah, Dom will tell you guys, like I said, he's the knower of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know.
I just be like minding my business, and then I'll see something on Twitter, or not Twitter, on TikTok, and I'm like, hey, I saw this on TikTok. It seems interesting. And he'll be like, oh, I'm already listening to that. Like, okay. It's all right.
I'm already listening. Shut up. I'm already listening to that.
Am I wrong?
Yes, you are. You are.
Nah, that's why I took you so long to say yes, you are, because you know I'm not. I'll send oh, this is interesting. Oh, I already knew about that.
Yeah,
Or,
well,
I've
I mean,
been
especially if it's something that's, you know, that I feel strongly about, you know. I feel like, you know, a lot of people just stay, you know, I feel like a lot of people stay silent about stuff like this, you know, a lot of people like to stay in their own lane, you know. No, do you, it's fine, but yeah, it's also nice to have the resources and to know about these things, because I feel like a lot of these things, I say it all the time, a lot of these things aren't talked about enough. We don't have enough of these conversations to get this out, to get enough people like thinking or like looking at this and being like, you know, the shit isn't okay. Because like a lot of the people in this generation are growing up thinking that shit like this is okay, and it's not. But that's the manipulation of it. Yeah.
Well, I feel like now more than ever, it's like people are becoming more forward thinking. So I feel like before it wasn't even talked about at all. So at least there's I mean, I'm not saying it's where it needs to be, but at least there's conversations now. Versus like before, this is stuff we just never talked about. Like when I was a kid, we just never talked about this stuff.
I think I just came up with an idea.
What?
We need to make our own Twitter page for our podcast. I feel like I mean I would manage it for the most part. Like you don't really get on it, so.
I'm looking at you. I'm like, I don't even get on my own actual Twitter.
No, because I'm just thinking like I feel like and I always try to include all my content on just on my main anyways, but I don't know. I feel like with our podcast, especially with the stuff that we talk about, it's like it's different. It's different. I feel. Yeah, so I'll do. Yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Anyways, sorry. But the thought just popped in my head out of nowhere. I'm like, yeah, I think this is a good idea because I feel like, yeah. Anyways, did I interrupt something? I'm sorry. No? Okay, cool.
Let you go for it.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say on the subject. I've given all my resources of what I have to right now. This story is definitely still developing. This is still only the beginning. So, on a side note, well, yeah. So, well, yeah. No, because it's a video that I said I wanted to show that was funny, but I just remembered about it. But yeah, on this story though, it's definitely still developing. We're gonna keep coming back with more as we find out. We first talked about this, back in December of last year was when this first started. So that was the first time we brought to the podcast talked about on the topic. What is this, an update like 4 months later now? Well,
no, because we had an update. Oh,
yeah, we did have a couple little side updates. So yeah, but this one was definitely pretty big, at least with everything more that we found out. And I'm sure, like I said, there's gonna be more. This is literally the beginning. There's only like 3 or 4 lawsuits that we know of right now. So it's.
I mean, lawsuits take forever, so
yeah,
it's gonna be a while.
But yeah. So we're definitely gonna keep you guys updated as we go along. Like I said, I think next week. We'll see what we talk about next week. If we can get more into maybe the Jay-Z side of things, maybe that'll probably be next week's topic. But
what I can get done. My schedule's a little fucking crazy right now, so it depends on what I.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
we'll play it by ear.
Yeah, I do want to get back to our first original topic, but
True. Yeah.
Very near, but I want that to be like very highbrow. So I don't know if I'll have enough time to dedicate to all
this weekend. We gotta record for sure.
Well, what my Saturday looks like, so.
Oh, you have to remind me, but that's okay.
Yeah, because last time we were supposed to record on Sunday, you forgot.
Well, okay, yeah, I did that. Look, I'm gonna put.
It's because you stay up till like fucking butt crack of dawn, and then you're like until 2 p.m.
Oh, actually, that was the day. Yeah, that was the day that I stayed until like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, and I was like, what is he? I'm like, what is he doing? We have to record tomorrow. But I was like, he's a grown man. I'll let him do what he needs to do.
Honestly,
totally forgot. Just totally forgot. I'm like, twinkle, twinkle. Okay.
You honestly should have reminded me because, like, I think, what was I playing? What was it? I don't even remember what I was playing that night.
The simulator.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I really got into it.
Yeah.
I was focused. Okay, let me show this funny video I was gonna show. Okay, I'm gonna play it on stream for you too. Hold on.
You guys see what I have to deal with.
Don't do me.
I try my hardest.
She tried her damnedest. Yeah. Alright, go in here, go live here so you can see. Boom. Okay. And then here, so y'all can see. Boom. So I went to the Afro Lofi shorts, and it says, "When I catch your ass listening to the Lo-Fi channel."
This man's rough.
What? It's funny.
I thought this was about to be kiki roll out of my chair.
I mean,
laughing.
I just thought it was funny too, because I was
it
like,
was like giggly cute, but you're like, it's funny. I'm like, oh, it's about to be funny. I just look at him like, oh, okay. This is like
whatever. I'm sure somebody out there appreciates it.
I was like funny, not that funny, but like it was funny enough. Okay. Do you wanna hear?
Yes.
And that asshole. Would you like to hear? Okay. All right. Am I the asshole for leaving a dinner party after a girl sat on my husband's lap? I'm telling you right now. Let somebody else sit in your lap.
Wait, what? Why?
What?
Why would they let them do that?
Alright, listen. Like I said, let somebody sit in my husband's lap.
That's just so weird. Like, I'd be like, hello, excuse me, what are you doing? I get up real quick. Hello, oh, you good? I'm sorry. You good? Like, I got something on my leg. What happened? You good? Why you sitting on me? Type shit. Like, what the fuck going on? Like,
I'm just saying, let my husband let another chick sit on his lap.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Cause like, I mean, unless you're in a poly relationship or something, you know. But other than that, I'd be like,
you know where he gonna be sitting? On the curb. Keep playing with me.
On the curb. Sitting on the curb.
I am still so shook with everything. So sorry for my rambling. My husband, Jake, and I have been married for 3 years, and from the beginning, he was very close with his best friend's sister, Cindy, 18 female. Well, my husband would often talk about her and tell how he had seen her grow up throughout the years. Cindy is always very bubbly and seems very fond of Jake as well. I remember when we were dating, she would ask to come along on our dates a lot. I never really said anything as I liked spending time with her as well. She was like a little sister to me. When we announced our engagement, she asked my husband to, she asked my husband and said that he better not forget her after being a married man and to still hang out with her. Well, we got married, and I even made her a bridesmaid. Soon we moved to a different state and kind of lost contact. Now Jake's best friend came to stay with us for some time, and Cindy came along as well. Now, the moment she saw us, the first thing she said was how hot my husband had gotten, and she was glad he didn't look like those boring married men. Then throughout their stay, Cindy would just ignore my presence and will be way too close with Jake. I told Jake that it was looking a bit inappropriate and to ask Cindy to tone it down, but he said that Cindy is just a bit childish and is that way with everybody. Okay. Well, at their last day, we decided to host a dinner party for everybody. During the party, I was with Jake when Cindy came and told me, "Oh, I need to steal your husband for a while." And before I could say something, she grabbed Jake's hand and took him to play games. I ignored it since it was their last day, but then throughout the dinner, she was getting way too close with Jake and would just drag him away whenever I would be around while giggling at me. When everybody sat for dinner, I just sat beside Jake, and Cindy came last. She then said, "Oh, there is no seat," and then just went and sat on my husband's lap. I dragged that bitch off by her hair. I ain't gonna lie. Try Jesus, ho. Don't try me. And then I would drag him by his hair. Cause why you let her do that? I digress. This is not about me. This is about her. But I'm getting internal rage.
No, I feel you. I'm waiting for my opinion after you finish.
Cause I would drag both of them by their hair to the curb. I'm not. And I don't believe in violence. Well, that.
It's gonna make you a bit violent, huh?
That is like for me, that's the ultimate disrespect. Not only did you let another woman disrespect me, but you disrespected me by letting her do that, especially in front of all of her friends and family. It's not just like we're at home alone. This is a fucking party. Everybody is here. You literally let this woman disrespect me in front of everybody. You're a piece of shit. Anyway, besides the point. So, she sat on my husband's lap. Everybody was surprised, and Jake said, laughing, "Cindy, stop acting like a kid. You're not a kid anymore." Cindy started laughing, saying it was a joke, and got up and sat on the other seat while giggling at me. Yeah, I was so angry with the disrespect and with the fact that Jake was so cool with it, but I didn't want to say anything bad, so I excused myself, took my car, and went out. But 1 hour later, Jake called me asking where I was. I told him I was going to my friend's house, and I will come after Cindy has left. I know what I did was terrible, but I was so angry at the time that if I'd stayed there any longer, I would have probably started fighting or crying. I came the next day, and Cindy and her family had left. I don't think that was inappropriate at all. I don't think what she did was terrible.
No.
I think she left
one word. Oh, go ahead. Think she left the what?
No, go ahead. I think
finish.
she left a situation where she knew that if she stayed, it would have gotten out of hand, so she walked away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the healthiest thing. I mean, would you rather have walked away, or would you rather have her had dragged that hoe through your house by her hair and threw her on your front doorstep? Just asking.
Yeah, one word: boundaries. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Just set boundaries, bro. Like, where were your boundaries? Yeah. Like, okay, I'm gonna need you to not sit on my lap because that's very inappropriate. Thank you. Right. You are an adult now, especially. It's not appropriate. Thank you. I have a wife. You know, like it's not that hard. Like, be respectful. Respect your elders. Mm-hmm. Hello. So yeah.
So what would you do if you had a person you were close with, and we were married, and she sat in your lap in front of me?
She sat in my lap. I just explained what I would do. I literally. Is that what you would do? Yeah. Is that? Okay. Yeah, because that's hella inappropriate. Like I would like. I mean, I could freak the fuck out and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, like. But I'm gonna be like, you know, hey, let's not do that, because you know I would be respectful the first time. If you keep on, you know, that I'm gonna have to get rude.
But I feel like, honestly, at this point he should have been rude, because this whole time,
he should have.
Been taken away. Like, she's been pulling him away, giggling.
He sounds like a weak person who doesn't know how to set boundaries. Like, it's not hard, dude. It's not hard. Like, just have respect.
For me, if this was me and this was like she sat on his lap, this would have been the last straw. I've been like, both of y'all get the fuck out of my house.
Wait.
I'm done.
Wait.
Done. Both of y'all. Y'all can go ahead and la-di-da-di-da do.
Oh yeah, if they did that, yeah, but he did,
both y'all.
Oh, so Deuce, I know my place later. You gotta worry about me. I'm out of here, bruh.
Like, get out. Bye.
Shit, we signed a prenup or what? Give him my half. Shit.
Prenup? Who signed a prenup?
Some people do.
Some people. I mean, I feel like people who have money sign prenups. don't have any. I feel like they don't usually pay for prenups because prenups aren't like cheap. Somebody gotta write that shit.
Yeah, like, I ain't never got one, so.
Jake was very upset or very pissed and said I took things too far. I started crying and he told me how everything made me and told him how everything made me feel. He said I was horrible to think such things about Cindy and that she was like his sister. I told him that I was not doubting his intentions, but I was hurt by how disrespectful Cindy's behavior was, and he was enabling her by not saying anything. He started saying that I sound ridiculous and couldn't even take a joke. Wow, the gaslighting's crazy. Referring to sitting on the lap. I said, regardless, I don't want her in my house again. To top it off, Cindy sent me a message saying that she was sorry about making me so insecure in myself.
See, that's a toxic ass answer. That's a toxic answer. Sorry for making you feel insecure about yourself. That's so toxic. You could have just said, I'm sorry that I did that. You know, I realized that was disrespectful, and I will respect your boundaries, or, you know, something like that. But no, you say some toxic ass shit like, I'm sorry I made you feel insecure about yourself. Nah, bitch, fuck you. You toxic as shit. I know your kind. Get the fuck out of here. You like that shit.
Not gonna lie. I probably would have fought her in the street. Honestly, like real life,
Look, there you go. You got our opinions, y'all. She would have fought. I would have.
I would have been like, she's trespassing. So if I fight her, she can't really press charges because she's on my property. You know what I mean? They have all those like standard ground rules and laws and stuff like that. So I would just be like, get out. She doesn't get out.
Get off my line, bitch.
And she doesn't get out. I'm fucking tearing her ass up.
You see this?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
All of this driveway, all this grass. Get the fuck off. Until you get off, I'm whooping your ass.
Exactly.
When you're on my property, you can leave.
My husband can be as mad as fuck he wants to. His best friend's family can be as mad as fuck they want to. But you're not gonna sit here in my house that I pay fucking mortgage on and talk to me like that. Bitch, please. And that she would make sure to make me feel better, but I should not have left as it was pretty childish and kind of spoilt the mood. It felt so backhanded. I didn't reply anything to her. Good. I just told my husband he needs to maintain a distance with Cindy. He asked if I was giving him an ultimatum. I said if he will go as far as disregard and disrespect my feelings for Cindy, this really rubs my husband the wrong way. And he said since I have such disgusting thoughts in my head and is giving him an ultimatum anyways, then he might as well leave because he cannot live with such an insecure person who has such disgusting thoughts about him. He packed a bag and left to his mother's place. I've tried apologizing numerous times. Girl, do not fucking apologize. He does not deserve that. Telling how sorry I am for everything, but he is ignoring my texts and calls. Bitch, girl, stand up. Stand up, bitch. Stand the fuck up.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, girl, it ain't worth it. I don't know.
And they're both 25 and just a couple of months apart in age.
She needs to understand that ain't worth it. All the red flags are there.
Right? So there's an update. Thank you all for responding and people who gave me good advice and personal messages. I couldn't read all the comments, but now I know my feelings are valid and boundaries are crossed by Cindy. Now during the dinner there was Cindy, her brother Sean, and his girlfriend, and their cousin Derek, also a good friend of my husband's, with his BF. So I called Derek and asked about the situation and what happened after I left. He was sympathetic and said that after I left, at first they thought I would come back after some time. However, things were really awkward, but then I didn't come. Sean's girlfriend told Cindy that she was so disrespectful for doing that. Derek and his boyfriend also said the same thing. To this, Cindy started crying, saying they didn't have to corner her and attack her over a silly joke, that she didn't know it would get so out of hand. She then left the room crying. Jake didn't know what to say, and everybody left early the next day. Derek also told that Cindy has always had issues with boundaries, and when he introduced his boyfriend to everybody, Cindy would get too close and would joke that she was just checking if he was really still gay. Bitch.
Wait, who's gay?
So she has a gay. So Cindy has a gay cousin, Derek. that's also friends with Jake, which is the original poster's husband. She called Derek, the gay cousin, to ask what happened afterwards. He gives her the rundown, telling her how everybody, like telling her how her brother's girlfriend said that he's disrespectful, and so did Derek and his boyfriend say it. And then he said that she had an issue with boundaries. Like when Derek and his boyfriend first got together, she would get really close to him and be up all on him, and then say she was just checking to see if he was really gay.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yep. They were really uncomfortable with it as well, so Derek confronted her, to which Cindy rolled her eyes and said they can't take a joke, and eventually stopped. This all sounded so bizarre. I don't know what's going on with Cindy. Sean's girlfriend also texted me saying she was sorry for what happened. I told her how Sean's message was inappropriate, but she had no idea about the text. So I sent her a screenshot and asked her to tell Sean not to harass me again. She was very apologetic and said she would talk to him. So apparently, I might be missing something, but apparently Sean sent her like a text message that wasn't appropriate, but I don't see that in here. Maybe she just left it out on accident. Now my mother-in-law called and asked what was going on, as Jake didn't tell her and only said that we had an argument. I was a bit hesitant to tell, but eventually told everything. She was furious at my husband. She said they will be coming to have a talk, so yeah, I am just waiting for them to arrive and really nervous. I don't know if what I did was wrong or right or wrong, but we will see. As for people saying my husband is some pedo or they are having an affair, I know this is the furthest from the truth. I never questioned his intentions, but what hurt me was the lack of respect from Cindy towards me. Update number 2, and I think this is the last one. It's a long one, but it's the last one. So my mother-in-law came with my husband, and the talk happened. There were a lot of things, but I will try to summarize. Basically, Jake apologized to me first and tried to explain his point of view. He said that he was angry because I left without saying anything for the whole night when he was literally trying to just defuse the situation and tried to laugh it off because it was so awkward he didn't know what else to do. But instead of communicating, I just left him in that weird situation, which I could actually understand him being upset about that. He feels awkward. I mean, that is like sexual harassment. That's not an unwanted advance of the sexual harassment. He feels awkward in the situation, doesn't know how to handle it, and instead of his wife like staying with him and helping him through the situation, she just pieces out and doesn't say anything. At the same token, his wife sounds like she's a very passive person. So would you not expect that of her? Like me, I'm not a passive person. So, if that happens in my house, I'm going to fuck off. But somebody who knows me would expect that of me. Like, they wouldn't expect me to just like sit there and not say anything. Unless I'm really so mad that I'm like, if I say anything right now, I'm going to burn my house down. Other than that, like, I'm saying something. So, it's like a double-edged sword there. Anyway, to continue. He was meeting his friends after such a long time and just wanted to have dinner to be peaceful, and Cindy was going back anyways, and we would most likely never meet her again. He acknowledged Cindy was indeed overstepping boundaries, but he didn't know how to bring it up since he's literally known her since she was growing up, and she's like a little sister to him. Also, she acts like that with everyone. He thought that it was just for a few days, and he wanted no drama during their stay, so he would just brush it off. He did acknowledge he was wrong about not saying anything. He was already really worried and sad because how I just left with no explanation. Even after I came, even when I came back, I'd never asked once how he felt. He was also very overwhelmed with everything and felt I was accusing him for not doing anything when he literally pushed her off as politely as possible when she tried to sit. He felt I was attacking his character, and he even gave the ultimatum, which made him so sad, as he felt if I thought that less of him, it wasn't about Cindy, but about how easy it was for me to question his sincerity. He said after that dinner, he was going to go extremely low contact with her anyways. D, he apologized for not speaking up about the disrespect Cindy was showing towards me and for also leaving like that. So I don't agree with how he handled the situation, but I could understand his perspective in that part.
Yeah, same.
Then after Jake said everything, mother-in-law explained Jake about the situation from her perspective. She scolded him a lot as well. In short, she told him that as a husband, it was his responsibility to make me feel like I am his priority and that he disappointed me the moment I had to come to him to ask for establishing boundaries. That part is true. As a husband, it was his duty that I never would have to come to him about this in the first place. She also asked him how he would have felt had it been a guy on my lap, and he had no answer to it. She told him how what I did was an eruption of suppressed feelings, and as a husband, it was his duty to go after me and never let me leave in the first place. There were a lot of things said by her, and Jake seemed to realize and sincerely apologize for his actions. She told him if he ever pulled such a stunt ever again, then to not expect her to take him in. Later, she took me for a walk. It was just the two of us. There, she explained some things to me as well. She said that she is sorry for everything, but told that even at her house, Jake was distraught. He didn't tell her because he most likely knew he was wrong too, but was overwhelmed about everything as well. She said she is in no way excusing her son's behavior, but would hope that I would forgive him. She also said that in no circumstances I need to leave my house as it was my house and my family. She said I shouldn't be afraid in speaking my mind. Now I think the mom is doing a great job. Not only she's being a mother to her son, but a mother to her daughter-in-law. She said I shouldn't be afraid in speaking my mind, which is true, especially in her damn house. If anything makes me uncomfortable, and to talk to her if Jake does something stupid again, and she will set him straight. She hopes we work it out since she has seen our love for each other and would be sad to see us split up due to some disrespectful brat, her words. She said she cannot have a say in our issues, but suggested that we should get some counseling to better understand each other. She even bought ice cream for me. I know it's a bit childish, but she said sweet things work as a charm when people are upset, and well, she was right. Well, it was awkward at night. Jake came to our room and we didn't know what to say. After a while, we talked and both apologized to each other. However, I did tell him that I was angry at him to tell everything to me, and Sean was deeply hurt by the text he sent me. So I don't know what this text, like, she's leaving out something about what Sean texted her. I have no idea. He said he didn't know that I was talking about, and I showed him the text. He said he didn't tell Sean about our fight, and only told him that he was at his mom's place. He called Sean, and well, it turns out Sean told Cindy and told her how she went too far at the party. Then Cindy made a huge sob story about how I was passive aggressive with her the whole time, how I would always try to question her character and act insecure and jealous. She even went on to say that I was always like that with her, even when she was a kid, and I never liked her and always tried to manipulate people into thinking I was an angel and she was a slut. Well, that made him angry to think how I have been treating Cindy, and he sent those texts. Jake and I were baffled by such accusations, and he tried to explain to Sean how it wasn't true, but then Jake just let it be and decided to go non-contact with Cindy and extremely low contact with Sean. Jake apologized again, and we just cuddled and slept. Well, Cindy is out of our lives for good now, and we have decided to go to counseling for a better communication in the future. Let's see how everything goes in the future, but yeah, we are not getting divorced. I know a lot of people wanted me to show Jake this post, but he was so sad and got scolded a lot already, so I decided to not show him for now. Maybe in the future. Sorry for all this rambling. Have a good day. Edit, what the hell? Hold on. Let me go all the way back down. Edit. I read people saying we should go no contact with Sean too, and I felt that it would be best to let that friendship go as well. So I talked to my husband about it, and he agreed. So he sent a text to Sean stating that we could not be friends with him, and then blocked him as well. To clarify, I have somewhat forgiven Jake for his actions, but I told him he needs to rebuild the trust I had, so I know I can rely on him in situations like that. He agreed, and we will get couples counseling as well. That's you. Thank you all for your advice. You all made me feel less lonely in all of this. That's great. I really need you to work on your English, OP. That was difficult to read.
Interesting. Alright, interesting story.
I had to piece that all together. I was like reading, because I never read that story before. I've actually read it first time through with you guys. So I'm trying to read it. I'm like, what the fuck? That word does not make sense there.
It's not making sense. Well,
Not at all.
It was an interesting outcome.
Right? What do you guys think? What are you feeling?
Good luck, sister.
Good luck, sister. You think she should have said vamos, bye, buddy?
I don't know. It sounds like both of them need to work on themselves.
That part.
if they want it to work out for sure.
For sure.
They both seem like they're not on the same page.
Yeah, I could feel that. So, do you feel like people shouldn't be together if they don't work work on themselves first?
Yeah, because if you can't like, so it's kind of like that saying about like, you know, you can't really take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself, you know.
So how do you know? I guess my question is, how do you know that you're in a position where now it's acceptable for you to have somebody?
I think it really, for me, I just always think it comes with like communication, like just being very verbal and seeing how well you guys connect, and if you can understand each other and, you know, understand each other's situations, like, and you feel like, you know, y'all can work on, or y'all, you know, y'all are compatible with each other after y'all have kind of, you know, seen, I guess, put everything out there about yourselves. I mean, I feel like that's really like the only way to really know, I guess. But then again, I guess that also can lead to like feeling maybe where you're not ready when you get in a situation like that. So it can work either way.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess my question would be, do you feel like you're in a position where I mean, we're already together, so I'm not gonna be like, I'm breaking up with you because, you know.
Wow, live on stream, damn.
But did you feel like you were in a position when we first started talking to be in a relationship? And if not, or if so, like how has that developed over this past year and like 3 months?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely felt like I was, because I mean, I felt like if I wasn't, I wouldn't have, you know, done it. Because I'm also at a point now where it's like I know what I want, I know what I'm looking for in my partner. So as long as me and my partner have the same understanding and we have that connection, you know, and we have, you know, we feel like we have something that is everlasting, then yeah, I mean, it's kind of how, you know, at least that's kind of how my mind works now. Because back in the past, I felt like in the past I feel like I rushed a lot more and didn't communicate things more verbally like I do now. So I feel like that was kind of like the difference in my previous relationships. Because in a lot of my relationships, besides, because the one before I was in quarantine, I think I was like single for like a whole, well, probably like more than a year. But before that, I had like people I was with them for a while, you know, years. So, but I rushed a lot of that stuff and didn't, you know, I wasn't paying attention to red flags back then, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do I have any red flags?
Not that I know of.
Okay. I want to go back to you said, you know, you feel like you were in a good place to start a relationship and you knew what you were searching for in a partner. And if that ideology like lined up, then you're like, it's good to go. What were you searching for in a partner?
Someone who I can relate to, I can, like connect with, that had feelings for me, that reciprocated them. That's shit. That's really it. Like I'm a simple guy. I was kind of new. I was kind of new to the dating scene after like when quarantine happened. Pretty much, it's like very new to me, especially like online dating. Like very new to me. Because I had done, IRL dating for so long, so online dating was different. And then online dating became like, long distance relationships, so it's different.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah. Thank you for your answers.
Of course.
No problem. Is there anything you'd like to ask me, sir?
I guess you could, answer the same thing for you.
I don't know. What did I ask you? I asked you things as you talk, so I don't remember exactly what I asked you.
Like, how do you think it's, or how do you know when you're ready for a relationship?
I don't. I mean, you're asking me a question.
What is that? Are you just going with the flow?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, me as a person, if I really did everything in the way that I thought, like, I don't feel like I'd be in a relationship right now, because my thing is, I want someone like that. It would have been easier to get to next steps with somebody. And it's harder to get to next steps with somebody who's across the country, or not across the country, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a long distance away, right? That's number one. Number two is I'm a planner. I'm like, in 2 years we get married, in 5 years I have saved up enough to have a house, and then like that is that me as a person. So, it's kind of hard. I'm finding bridges, but it's kind of hard when you're I don't even think I'm a type A person. But when it comes to me and you, I'm definitely way more type A.
I don't know what that means.
So type A is like needs a schedule, needs a plan, X, Y, and Z, whatever. Type B is goes with the flow, see how the days go.
Gotcha.
That kind of thing. And so I'm like, I need a plan. I need all right, we'll have this much money saved by this time so that we can have this done. And it's okay if the plan changes, but I always feel off kilter if I go into something without any plan at all. It doesn't matter if the plan changes along the way, but if there's no plan to begin with, I usually feel like the task is what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to say obsolete. The task is like not gonna happen anyway. Like the task will not be done. Like the task is just kind of in a place where it doesn't matter, because if it mattered there would be a plan, some type of point of action. And so I don't think that I wasn't looking for a relationship. In fact, I was like in a place where I was like, male attention is fun. I don't think I want a boyfriend. Because
especially like, just hearing kind of how your past relationships or past situationships, we'll call them.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, the men attention right now is great. That's like that's alright. I can do with just that. But you snuck your way in.
I did, right at the end, right when she was about to give it all up, y'all. She was about to give it all up.
I was like, you know,
She was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
I was like, all right, let me just find a little like friends with benefits, do my thing, and keep living out my best auntie life style. And then you know, we just kind of started talking. He slid into my DMs, quite literally. And then I wasn't sure if I was gonna text him because I was like, I don't know. But then I was like, what could be the harm? I'll go ahead and text him. I texted him. No, it's chill. You know, there's nothing really crazy about it. And I remember there's this one guy that was in my DMs currently. At that point, he's acting kind of weird, and Dom had noticed it, and he's like, "That's just so weird. Like, that's so weird. And why is he acting like that?" And I was like, "I don't know, but you know, if he's actually interested in me, like, I'm not about to play games with people. Like, I want people who are straightforward. If he can't be straightforward, then he's fucking out of luck." And then you know he slid in like he was like Mr. Smooth, and he was like, "All right, yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of have like a little crush on you." And I was like,
slid in.
You telling me you did not slide that in at the end of that?
Look, man, I was just doing what came natural, okay? It was just the natural order of things, alright? That's all it is, alright?
Okay. Were you nervous when you sent that?
Kind of. Yeah. I'm always, I think, yeah, because I mean, it's always that, I guess, feeling of like rejection that could happen, you know? So I guess it was always, you know, that kind of instance that you would think of, and it was like, you know, it's like that thing in the back of your mind just saying, shoot your shot, man, you know? Because, you know, you miss, what that saying goes, you know, you miss 99% of the shots you don't take or whatever.
100% of the shots that you don't take.
Or whatever, yeah, that works too. Yeah.
Well, you can't make a shot you didn't take, right? So that's why they say you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So if at least if you take a shot, you know, you might have 50-50 chance and a 90-10 chance, an 80-20 chance, but you took a chance. So, you know, it happened.
Look at that, it paid off.
Yeah, and I wasn't, you know, guys, I used to have this thing. I don't think I've ever told you. I don't think I've ever even told Dom this. I used to have this thing where I was like, I don't know if I could be a stepmom. Like, I don't think that I could do a person with kids. I don't know, I was very scared about that. Which, I mean, you kind of know about that part. But he wormed his way in. He was slick, y'all. He was slick.
Hey, but hey, she knew what she was getting into. Okay. I told her what it was, okay?
You know, it was like he was very low key about everything. He was like, you know, oh yeah, you know, I'm a dad. He was like very like everything was very low key, and I was like,
whether it was low key or whatever, like shit, I told you shit.
Nah, the shit I told you, and I told him, I was like, I'm not moving to Texas. So if that's an idea that you have about your future spouse, count me out.
You act like I haven't talked about wanting to move out this fucking state.
This was before then, though. This is like our first like real conversation that you're talking about your interest.
Yeah, you're
in me,
right.
I'm like,
you're right, because this was before like all the like really crazy shit started like happening. Because this was December 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because this is before the year of 2023 when like all of this like shit really started popping off.
So that's why I'm like, you never really said that you were interested in moving from there.
So at that point I wasn't a thought in my mind, but what I was like, you know, I was kind of thinking, you know, eventually it'd be cool to move to a different state or something, maybe, you know. So the thought was there, but yeah, now I'm like, yeah, fuck this state. Fuck Texas, bro. I don't like it here.
So
you know, of course, I have the responsibility of my kids that I still have here, so there's only so much that I can do, especially right now at this moment. But you know, we'll get there. We will get there. Humps. Gotta get over the humps. You know, life is a journey, y'all. Life is a hell of a journey.
Fingers crossed, cause I don't know. You know, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was talking to her about how I was talking to somebody in Texas. She's like, "Oh, are you gonna be like one of those long distance marriages?" And I said, "Absolutely the fuck not."
Absolutely
like,
fuck not.
Like, you know, there's some people that like do that, like their husband or their wife don't live in the same state as them, and blah, blah. I'm like, no. Somebody's gonna have to move somewhere, and I'm not moving to Texas, so it got to get figured out. If this is gonna work, somebody has to move
somewhere.
Hello. We might even meet in the middle, but I'm not moving to fucking Texas.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. So yeah, there was that, and I didn't even really know how I felt about Dom for a little bit, because he had confessed, and that was the first time I ever got a confession. I was like,
she was like that meme with that one guy. I was like,
yeah, exactly. And so I was like trying to figure out how I felt. My one friend was like, I know you like him because the way that you talk to him and da 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 da, whoopty whoopty woo, you like him. You always flirting with him, blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't know how I feel. Let's see. I remember the first thing that I remember that I was like, I was talking to him about how I was so stressed because I was doing all this stuff for my birthday, and it's hella expensive. And I was like, I'm just trying to pamper myself, and I just want to get my toes done, and I just want to do this. And he's like, don't worry, I can help you. And I was like, no, you don't have to. And he's like, no, I will help you. It's okay. I was like, that was very sweet of him. I was very stressed about that.
She was very stressed.
Yeah. And so then I was like, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's what happened.
That is what happened.
And look, here we are.
Here we are. D&D spilling the tea. I mean, hey, it fit.
Alright, Dad.
Huh? How is that a dad thing?
It's not like a dad joke. It was just the way that you're. And look, here we are, D&D. I'm like.
Anyways, all right. Well, that was the story, y'all. That was another Am I the Asshole? So you know, we definitely like to throw in these segments at the end of the podcast or beginning, you know, depending on which way it goes. But like I said, we have some updates going. Yeah, we got updates that'll come from this. Once we keep hearing about more of it, like I said, next week we'll probably try to get into some of the Jay-Z stuff if we can find some info about that. Or maybe, you know, we'll do maybe just like that as a little side thing, and then we can focus back on the Quiet on Set stuff that we were doing. So that Danny has a lot of stuff that she wants to focus on the Amanda Bynes stuff, especially.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do my best, but we'll see.
Oh, right.
After that.
Yeah,
it's just
we'll see. We'll talk about
time. So yeah, either next week or the week after that for sure. Because I don't want to let too much time get in between the stuff. So yeah, that's all from me, folks.
Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the podcast for sure. You know, definitely give us your opinions or any information, updates you guys have about it. You know, this VOD will be posted in the YouTube, and it's gonna be the same at DamaB2020 youtube.com. I actually recorded this one, so I'm actually going to probably post this tomorrow, literally, because I actually have it just individually recorded now. So, yeah, that is it for this week, though. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, all the things. We appreciate y'all coming through, all the lurkers, chatters, anybody. We appreciate y'all. And you know, that's it for D&D Spilling the Tea podcast live this week. And hopefully we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, sure. And it was great seeing you guys. For me, I'm signing off because it's like 11:40, so I'm gonna go lay down, probably fall asleep, maybe watch some anime.
Okay.
So yeah, I hope you guys all have a wonderful
While you
rest
do
of your
that,
day.
I'll be back. Yes.
Okay,
Have a good
sounds
night.
great. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Where is there it is. That's what I was looking for. That's the fuck I was looking for. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. Now I'm looking for the other thing. I'm looking for the other thing. My face is huge.